Fam, I don't know, Kyle Shanahan, the man has become, other than a coach, the cloak and dagger thing with Kyle now has gotten to be the thing. You know, you go back to the time when Mac Jones was supposed to be the 49ers quarterback. And, you know, now you got this situation, and Kyle's still running around saying, I just thought that I'd let you guys run with what you want. The man is, Kyle Shanahan has a pretty good idea of who the starting QB is, but he's not saying. Coach Kyle Shanahan almost appears that he has become amused with the media asking him about the starting quarterback for opening day. I don't know. My feeling is Kyle said what that was going to be, a month ago or so. And, of course, there are those who wanted to finally say, Trey's our starting quarterback. But I guess Kyle, even if Trey was going to be a starting quarterback, he said, I told you guys, man, I'll let you know. Okay? Since you're going to keep asking me this every day. So, meanwhile, Jimmy G seemed even more amused with the question today. Did you see that? Tonight, we'll go to the phones after reviewing the things that were said concerning the Niners opening day starting quarterback while collecting your thoughts and reactions like, we always do. By the way, Nick News. Love me some Nick News. Raheem said on the Tiki and Tierney podcast about his edge rushing monster, Nicky B. Oh, yeah. This is a quote. Oh, yeah, he's going to be ready to go week 1. I don't know as far as what is going to happen this last preseason game with him. And quite frankly, I don't really care because all I want is for him to be to open up the season fresh and ready to go. Unquote. I'm with you, man. This game went against the Raiders. I'd like to see him go in there and hit Derek Carr, knock the bejesus out of him just once. But maybe not. I don't really care about that. So you know what? It doesn't matter. So, hey, fam, can we start predicting that Nick's body bag count right now? I mean, you got to count how many sackies is he going to get? I asked about this yesterday, I think. Oh, by the way, I didn't make it yesterday because I had some pressing matter I had to attend to. I knew it was going to interrupt the show. So anyway, I said something about that on Twitter, though, yesterday. The guy says, not only did he give me the amount of sacks, he said the quarterback hits and everything else is hilarious. So, anyway, I do need to see him for one series to get a real feel for what his numbers might be for myself. I need to know how does he feel? I want to see how he looks after a year off. This is like second nature for him to be an edge rusher anyway, so it doesn't mean Nick could take off 2 years. I got a feeling he'd come back in that third year looking the same as he did, as long as he's not 40 years old. I got a feeling he looks exactly the same. D'Amico Ryans is also eager to see how Nicky B reacts to his last mental hurdle before getting back on the football field. Ryan said last week, and quote, once he goes through that and sees that he's fine, then I think he's going to be better than he was his rookie year. And do you know that is especially saying something? Can you imagine Nick being better? Nick has already vowed he would be. We're talking about a man who's got his fat level down to 3. Shh, man. Nick had a good workout today, too. He looked good. Also had a would-be sack before he called it a day. So, yeah, Nick is back. Man, but let's get into this, Frank, because I know I'm late. It's going to be a bad habit. The Niners did a CIA job of keeping their number 3 overall choice a secret until the moment Commissioner Roger Goodell announced the selection of T. Lance. It seems the Niners are going to continue the intrigue right up to opening day as far as the quarterback thing goes. It appears that Kyle is about to do the same with the announcement of the starting quarterback ahead of the September 12th season opener. And, you look at T. Bridgewater and out in Denver and Trevor Lawrence over in Jacksonville were officially proclaimed the starters on both of their respective teams. But no news with the Niners on the matter. Coach Shanahan said today he is not undecided about his starter, though. He clowned the media by noting the opener is 18 days away. If I was a part of the media right now, knowing he's waiting for me to ask him that question, I wouldn't even ask. because it's almost embarrassing. Because you know he's going to give you some flippant answer. Kyle's not serious about the media as far as this question goes anymore. So Coach Shanahan said via David Manila of 49webzone.com. Woof, woof. Love that site. He's quoted saying, I've got a pretty good idea. Yeah, I've always had a pretty good idea. But there's lots of days between now and then, and at every position. Coach Shanahan publicly has never wavered from a plan, unquote, by the way. The coach has never wavered from a plan to play Jimmy G. Not really. So it would seem T. Lance will begin the season on the bench as it would appear. But then again, it also appeared that Mac Jones was coming to San Francisco during the draft, right? But Coach Shanahan isn't saying for certain, as the media kept jamming Coach up on the matter. He seemed to get all into it and just got into clouding the situation up. Shanahan said, quote, what do you gain by naming it? There would be only one reason I can think of by naming the starter that would help. And it would be to end those questions. If you could give me another reason that's a big advantage, that helps our team, affects anything that has to do with us, and then I will name it, but I don't think it does. I know you guys want an answer and stuff, which is fine. I get the suspense of it, but I'm not just going to answer it to end guys' suspense. I'm trying to get you more clicks, unquote. See, that's why I'm saying I wouldn't ask him again. Hey, Kyle, you're not taking it seriously, are you? We're just sitting here just to be in here, right? Because, I mean, no matter what we ask you, Kyle, you're going to give us this kind of answer, right? I'm out of here. Coach was next asked what goes into his quarterback decision. Shanahan responded with, quote, I could talk for 6 days on that. It's about a quarterback giving us the best chance to win. And you don't just throw guys out there just because of a skill set. You throw guys out because of how they work in your offense, how they work for your team, how the other players tie to him and what they're ready to do. We do have a quarterback with a lot of experience who has played at a high level, and we've got a team, I think, that's got some pretty good experience that has the capability of playing at a high level. So you're trying to figure out how our 47 guys now on game day can play at the highest level possible, and whether they're starting, whether they're coming in. There's so much that goes into it. That's why you will never get a straight answer from me. Unquote. The Niners played Super Bowl 54 2 seasons ago. They were hurt by injuries last season and believe with those players returning, they are ready to compete for a title this season, which is pretty much the mindset, probably the main mindset going through that locker room anyway. History says Jimmy G gives the Niners the best chance to accomplish that, considering a rookie quarterback has never led his team to the Super Bowl. But, fam, I tell you what, regardless to that, all of that, however, it sure looked like JG was confident that he would be Week 1 starter when the Niners go to Detroit to beat hell out of the Lions, right? Jimmy G did come right out and say that during the presser today. However, his response to the question was pretty telling. I mean, this is minutes earlier before Coach Shanahan told reporters that he had a pretty good idea who would be a starting quarterback, right? Shanahan, as mentioned earlier, is still avoiding officially announcing anything, as there is no advantage to doing so aside from stopping the repetitive questions. So the media waited for Jimmy. Come on in, Jimmy. Got a question for you. And asked if he, too, had a pretty good idea about the Week 1 starter. And JG, I don't know if Kyle told him how to act in this situation, like he may have told everybody how to act in this situation, because I imagine the whole locker room, fam, I'm pretty sure everybody knows except for the media and us. Okay? Every 49er knows. Jimmy says, hell yeah, I have a pretty good idea. He said that with a big grin across his face, and then he laughed. Why would that be funny? If I were involved in that competition, I wouldn't find that was funny. And if I really didn't know, I would look a little different. Jimmy's expression indicated that he's probably happy with what he feels the decision will be. Fam, what are you thinking? What's going to happen here? Is Cal still playing games? Is Jimmy confused? Is Trey starting? on December the 12th. Or should I say September 12th? What's going on with this? And what did you read from what happened today? I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just, because you know what, when you first said it weeks ago, I thought he was just, I thought that was it. I know there's going to be a question every week. I figured that people would see what was going on in camp and in preseason and look at those games as, and it's only a small sample of what's going on. I imagine there's things going on in practice that are also helping to determine who's going to start on opening day. But we're going to only go by what we see, right? And what we hear. It's all we got, what the media saw and what they report. So, for Kobe says, what's up, Ronbo? Long time no see. For Kobe, right? Come here, seen you in forever. And Matty S says, hey, yo, shout out from beautiful Bend, Oregon, go Niners. Okay. Let me put on ears. Give me some feedback on this. What are you thinking here? And who do you want to see start if you want to add that as well and give reasons why? Eric, get in there, Eric.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
I just check it out. This is going to go on for another few weeks. But Eric, what did you draw from Jimmy and Kyle and the media? And what do you think?
I mean, I don't know. Jimmy's reaction is honestly, I want to know what Trey's reaction is to see Jimmy like that.
Exactly. Know? I was wishing they would bring Trey in. Trey, do you feel like you may have a chance to start this game one? I would love to see what he'd say.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I mean, it's a good thing that Jimmy's like happy he got the job, but it's one of those things just like, stay humble, like you don't have to like show your expressions, I guess.
A big grin on the face.
Right, in that fashion, and the way he did, it just, I don't know, it seemed a little too cocky.
A little too arrogant. You know what though? Did you hear what else he said? Drew Brees told him to get ready for what happened with him and Taysom Hill, right? So I have a feeling that between Kyle, Jimmy, and Trey, they traded a lot of snaps today. First team, second team. I think they're already going on with the plan and just leading the media and us on for as long as necessary.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's one possibility, but also I want to know, like, what took so long? I mean, why weren't they starting this in the beginning? You know what I mean? I mean, maybe it's one of those things where they don't want the media to know their plans immediately. But if Lance is really going to come in with the first team, why didn't he get more reps? He
got him today.
I mean, I'm not saying split the reps with Jimmy. Yeah, I'm not saying split the reps with Jimmy, but give him a couple more. Yeah. I would love to see Trey Lance with George Kittle during the Raiders game.
And you might.
Do I want George Kittle to play? No, I don't want George Kittle to play. But it's one of those things where we got to see. It's just one of those things where.
Eric, also think of it this way: if I'm Kyle, and I don't alert the rest of the league what we're going to do, and clearly I see Trey coming in for downs all game long. Why would I alert the rest of the NFL as to what I'm going to do? I mean, Jimmy pretty much, like you're saying, gave it away today. But if I'm the DC for the rest of the teams, now I got to plan for two quarterbacks. And I don't know when they're going to bring them in, how they're going to go about using them. Kyle wants the element of surprise to be on his side, and he's going to continue to clown the media all the way until game day.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say that Trey's limited, but there's going to be certain plays that Trey's going to run when he comes in. So every time a defense prepares for two quarterbacks, they're going to be like, oh, okay, when Trey comes in, it's going to be this type of play. It's going to be a run or a read option, stuff like that.
But that's
it limits the plays that Trey plays.
But that's exactly what Kyle wants them to think.
Yeah, you're probably right, man. Who knows? What if it's all run plays and all of a sudden, Trey Lance lines up for a deep shot? You never know.
That's what I'm getting ready to tell you.
The defense can account for that.
What if Trey comes in and Sherfield's running down the field? In fact, if Sherfield's on the field when Trey comes in, that's going to send an immediate signal. So they need to work out something where not only Sherfield can go for that shot, because him and Trey seem to have a chemistry. Somebody else needs to be able to go down deep and be able to catch that shot too.
And another thing, I mean, maybe it's because of the certain players that we're in, but I haven't really seen the normal Kyle Shanahan offense all
You're not going
preseason.
to. Not
I
yet.
mean, yeah, well, like where was the end around? Like I didn't see any of that. Did you, Ronbo? I mean,
No, no,
maybe we saw
no.
a couple, but
It's all vanilla ice cream. You're not going to get any
yeah,
flavors right now, and that's by design.
yeah. I mean, as far as we know, there's probably like 100 new plays. You never even know. You know,
Hmm.
we're probably going to see a whole bunch of new shit when we see week one and we were destroying, the Lions and Jared
Yeah.
Goff. And another
Where's
thing with
Where's
Nick
Don
Bosa,
Burr?
oh my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, I know, right?
Don Burr,
Yeah.
get ready to start crying, bro. Get ready to start crying. It's gonna look so funny.
Yeah, Nick's ready to go. You can tell he's probably chomping at the bit.
Uh
Even
huh.
Fred Warner was talking about, yeah, he would keep on making me kick back, but you know what? I'm ready to play. I like it.
Mhm.
Keep him fired up. Love it.
I can't wait for that game. Honestly, to start off a game, the year with a blowout, that's gonna be a good thing. That's gonna be such a good feeling. And I say that with confidence because I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah. No, if you
So,
watch,
Don Burr, get ready.
yeah, but I don't know who's worse: Chicago Bears defense, which really sucks, or Detroit. I says, man, those guys. This is kind of crazy. This is because the first quarter is when you pay attention to see who the starters are that are out there. For both the Bears and the that division's up for grabs. The Detroit may win it. Well, Vikings are in it though. I forgot about that. And Green Bay. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah. There's a couple good teams in that division, but
Yeah.
I don't. They're not. I don't think they're anything that can beat the Niners,
No.
especially the Lions.
Yeah,
I don't even think the Lions can beat the Jets.
well, you know what? The Jets are kind of tough. I got to tell you. I don't know. Papa Dragon thinks those
Hmm.
are all scripted plays, but you know what? Even if they are, Zach Wilson, you know he hasn't been sacked one time since preseason started, and the dude is straight money. He looks very comfortable
Hmm.
out
He's
there.
been. Yeah. Hmm. He does. And nothing. Yeah. Robert Sala's been adding deep parts of that defense, and who knows? I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be like the lead or anything, but
Yeah,
they're going to be competitive. That's for sure.
I think so. If I had to look
Yeah.
right now, I'd say, yeah, the Jets are no longer going to be pushovers, and they've lost some people too. We'll see what that happens to be, how it affects them.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. And another thing with that though is usually when a new head coach comes in and they have a certain attitude, it changes the culture of a team. Like
sure,
when Kyle got here and John got here, it changes the complete culture of the team.
yeah,
You
you got to
know,
get
it makes the team look different.
because you got to get rid of that loser mentality. People got to start buying into the program and believing.
Yeah.
Eric, we're gonna be
Hmm.
we're
All
gonna be
right, Rombo.
back the rest of the week. So I'll see you tomorrow and the next day. All right,
All right, Rombo. I'll see you later.
all right, fam. Night. There's Eric, and we got to. Here he is, that man of reason, the voice of reason. Is Jill, Phil, Phil. Come on in.
All right, Romo. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I this drama that Kyle's getting. We're an entertaining team,
All right.
all the way around. You know. God,
There's no drama. Jimmy's starting. I mean,
looks apparent.
you can't read the tea leaves any clearer. Jimmy's starting. All right? And that's why I saw it. You know, we have to have Jimmy play well, and then he becomes a lot of capital
Yeah. I mean, sitting on the bench
to bring
just
back
means
in
nothing for the team
a
in the future.
trade.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you know what? The other thing I want to state is how about those fifth round draft choices for the 49ers?
Every year. Every year.
This year it's Diamador Lenore,
And
Hufanga.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
these
a
guys
magic-
are going to maybe start.
it's a magic round, Phil. This is every year.
I would say trade back and own the whole fifth round.
Just get about
How about
3 or 4
that?
fifth round, maybe 5 or 6. I mean, really,
Yeah,
DJ.
get rid of all your seconds and fourths, thirds. Take over the whole fifth round.
Because you don't need
These
them.
guys are going to be great.
Trent Taylor almost worked out. That would have been 2 that year. You know, we've got another year. Which year
I mean-
did DJ Jones get drafted in? Or what round? He's a 6th round.
I
pick,
don't
right?
know.
I think.
But another thing I want to do. I mean, John Lynch needs to be on the phones. We're going to cut a great defensive lineman just because the numbers don't work out. And if you can get a 5th or 6th round draft choice for a Kevin Givens, go for it.
I think he's the guy too. I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean, look what the Patriots did with the running back. They got a 5th and a 6th round draft choice, and the Rams are desperate for a running back. I mean,
Phil, but don't I call your bluff if you call me up and tell me you want to give me Kevin Givens, and I say, well, John, why would I give you anything? Are you going to cut him? And John's going to say, no, I just thought I would.
Because you have control. You have control. So if you cut him, you've got to go through the whole process, and there's teams above you that don't have control.
That's right.
So
I forgot about that.
So I think the Niners need to look at their strengths and start trading and get draft choices.
Right.
And if they get a 5th or a 6th round draft choice or a 7th round draft choice,
especially 5th,
they do well with those draft choices. So, I mean,
does Contavious
if
Street
I was
make the
John Lynch, I would
be on the
do
phone?
that.
Phil, does Contavious Street make that? Because that's the strongest unit on the field by far. You're right. We got bodies to burn.
I want to keep Street. I
I
want to
do
keep
too.
Street. And I want to keep, Zach Kerr. I want to keep, those
Okay, Maurice
guys.
Hurst is he's the guy who's hurt, right? He's not gonna take up a spot.
I'm keeping him too.
Well, I know. All of them are good. One of them goes to the pup.
And Willis has gone on the pup, drug
He's got a
list. So,
6 game suspension.
6 games, so you keep him until you need him.
Are you
But
keeping
other than that,
Are you keeping Arden Key?
oh yes,
See,
yes.
I don't know who you're getting rid of. We're not keeping all these guys, Phil. We got too many.
Givens.
Okay, yeah.
Givens. He's
Yeah.
the guy.
He's the only one.
But our defensive line is so solid. They're so good. I hate to see any team go up against them. And they've got the best coach in the league.
Oh, I love Kasuric. I want a T-shirt, Kasuric T-shirt. God, he's good.
I watch videos of that guy.
Isn't he
He's
fun?
so emotional. Oh, man.
Did you see?
He makes me want to get off the couch.
I know. Yeah. Did you see DJ Jones? Jones says Kasuric was sitting there talking to him, and DJ says to the mic when he's mic'd up, "He will talk to me about 6 times more before the game is over." That's good though, DJ. He cares about each and every one of you guys. Good.
The guy is incredible. And, I just think he's going to he makes our defensive line just that much better. And we've got a great defensive line.
I'd run through a brick wall for him.
I mean,
That guy's, he's so good.
I know.
So.
Ronbo. So I would, if I was John Lynch, I'd be on the phone to other teams trying to make trades, trying to boost up your draft capital. And, you're going to cut some players that teams want. And you can control them.
American League.
And you don't have to trade them to Seattle.
AFC.
Right? So
AFC.
Seattle's good.
No, don't do that.
Exactly.
Phil, gotta go. I'll tell you what, I'll be back
All right,
tomorrow
Ronbo.
and see what develops. All right. Have a great night, Phil.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Paul Third says, Kyle knows who is starting and finishing. Trade packages on his mind. By the way, Kittle throwback finally arrived. 56 days. International Post. Let's go, 85. Yeah. And Mr. Black Ice says, if Jimmy G starts, so be it. But question, should Kyle let Jimmy G do his rolling out like he used to when he first came to do Jimmy's legs? Got it. Mr. Black Ice, I don't know about rolling out. I do want to see more play action. I hate it when he sets him right there in the center and depends fully on the offensive line to protect. Rollouts are fine. You don't need to be running, but play action, it does constitute for a little play action. And, you're going to have to roll out a little bit left or right to give a play the time to develop, get the defense charging the wrong way. You can now watch the linebackers. Now I got them right where I want them. I can manipulate that in a rollout. If everything's coming out of the play action and nobody knows whether we're running or passing, this is a good thing, and that's the essence of Kyle Shanahan's offense. He needs to do that more. Jimmy's not nearly as fragile as people think. Let him play. Things that happen to him are pretty much freak accidents when you think about it. The night you love to hate, and thanks, Phil is drunk. He never knows what the hell he's talking about. We're not getting rid of Givens, and Trey is starting. Bang, bang. Not love you. I appreciate that, but you know what? I Givens, who are you getting rid of then, fam? We've got too many defensive linemen. They're not all going to be able to stay. That's just got too many. Kyle's going to keep about 8 or 9, and we got about, 11, 12? Hurst is going to go on probably on the pup, so we got a break there, actually. My God. And you got the other edge rusher, he's got a 6-game suspension. Willis, 6-game suspension. So you get rid of 2, but you've still got this overload. Brittany.
How you doing?
Brittany, we're sitting back here worried about having too many defensive linemen and all of them are good. And also, was Jimmy out of line getting up there and answering that question as smug as he did today? Jimmy, what are you doing? If you're going to be an actor, you failed today. What are you thinking?
I don't think it was smug. And here go people in the comments saying that, oh, she's just saying that because she's a stan. I'm saying this right now, and people better get it through your head. I support both Jimmy and Trey. I am a Jimmy G and a Trey Lance fan, okay?
Right, 49er
Let's get that one thing straight. 49er fan all day, and I support both my quarterbacks.
There you go.
But no, I don't think he was out of line. I mean, he probably just laughed at the question because he kept getting that question over and over and over the whole training camp. The same with Kyle. It's like, I just feel like right now it's just Kyle is, not saying who's starting just to mess with the media because personally, I think he's sick and tired of answering that question over and over again.
Well, he's going to have to answer tomorrow. So he's going to have to rehearse something to say, too. It's not going to stop.
No, it's not going to stop, but something tells me that he said it because he's just getting so tired of answering the same obvious questions instead of the media asking questions about, what's the defense looking like? How's Nick Bosa looking? The nitty-gritty questions.
That's what I wanted to know.
Pinpoint on one thing. Right.
So
I don't think what Kyle said is anything to worry about. And I don't think, Jimmy's reaction to the question of he thinks he probably knows who's going to start. I don't think it was anything cocky or something like that. He smiles most of the time, so nothing wrong with that. But I don't think it's cocky.
He started off and said, Jimmy, do you have any idea? Oh, well, hell yeah. Hell yeah was probably maybe could have been left out. And just maybe say, well, I feel pretty good about my workout so far or something like that. But it is coach's call. You got to play that out. Kyle probably told him later, hey, Jimmy, I'm trying to keep it away from him, okay? That's don't show your hand. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't know if he's showing his hand, or I really just don't think he knows because, I mean, but at the end of the day, there's one thing Jimmy did say in his interview. It's up to coach.
Yep,
It's not
he
up
did
to
say
us.
that.
It's not up to the media. It's up to coach. And people got to understand that. It's not up to us.
Although I would think that if I was involved in that, I'd show a little concern. Well, you know what? I'm out here doing the best I can. I don't know. It's the coach's call. You know.
Right.
Yeah. That's me though. It doesn't necessarily have to be the way Jimmy thinks. I mean, I don't know.
Right. Right. It's like this whole back and forth, like, the thing, like, he has to stay humble. Most of the time, Jimmy stays humble, and
True.
people just don't go barking at him. And it's like, really?
I know.
So most of the time, Jimmy is humble, so I don't understand this. And, Kyle talking about the two QB system.
Does that sound realistic to you? I think so. Although
I
the thing
think
about
so.
if we're winning games and all of a sudden Kyle just looks up, okay, that's enough. This is week 5. Let's start Trey next week. This to me is a little unrealistic because if we're winning, you disrupt the locker room. You change the dynamics. It's probably too much for a team that's driving for a playoff spot. If running Jimmy and Trey down through the weeks is fine, I need to just, because the media says and fans says, okay, Jimmy, that's enough. I got to start Trey next week. I don't see that. That's one thing I don't understand why is keep saying that.
The thing is that if the team is still winning, keep doing what you're doing. Don't make the switch saying that, now it's like week 9. Let's play Trey and Jimmy. You take a seat on the bench. You're done for the year.
Yeah.
No, you don't do that. Look what happened to Miami. Miami did that, and it cost them not going to the playoffs.
Huh?
So these people saying that, Trey, I hope he starts week 7, week 10, or anything. If we're winning already, even after the bye, if we're winning, can we keep it at that system? And then this whole, Jimmy's just saying this is build up his trade value because we know he's not athletic. I would say every player is athletic, whether they run or not. They wouldn't be here in the NFL if they weren't athletic or talented. It's just so irritating.
It's two different styles. It's two different styles completely. Right. And if Kyle's been doing the Jimmy style for a long time, so he's going to gradually, and he's going to make Trey into a pocket passer first, so he can trust him. Because there is some things I can tell Kyle may be a little nervous about. He doesn't want his quarterback busting and running when he gets into a situation. That play that he did the other day, Trey could have dropped that ball off on the running back that was standing right there. He almost got that ball stripped out of his hand. These are the things that are going to scare Kyle even more than Jimmy's certain screw-ups, So yeah. So we're going to see.
I mean, but all in all, aside from the mistakes, I'm just excited to see both of these guys on the field just doing their thing. I'm really excited.
It's going to be fun.
In terms of
And Brittany, how exciting it is going to be to see Trey suddenly come into the game like that? Maybe, I don't know how many times a game, but about suddenly Trey, here comes Trey. Because he's an explosive kind of player, right? So whatever he's going to do, you know it's going to have a huge amount of entertainment involved from point of snap on, right? And
he can go, He can throw the ball deep, which he did. I mean, Jimmy can do the same thing, too. It's just that Jimmy doesn't do it often because it's not called for him. So you can't just say, Trey's the only quarterback on our team to throw the ball deep because he got a rocket arm and Jimmy doesn't have a rocket arm. Jimmy has an arm.
Yeah,
otherwise, that quick release wouldn't be there.
Good point, Britt.
That's not logistics.
Okay. Brittany, I'll tell you what. I'm going to be back. Bookmark it. We're going to start it. I'm going to be back tomorrow looking for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, fam. Night, Brittany.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. And there he is. If you will direct your attention to the tarmac, he is Papa. Wait. Dr. Papa Dragon. Come on in, Pop.
What's up, Ronbo? What's up,
Oh,
Ronbo?
Doc, it's just Kyle Shanahan's been playing. The media probably hasn't figured out. If by now, this day, man, every time we ask Kyle that question, man, he's going to act like we're children, all right? So we got to find another way to maybe trick him into the answer, something like that, because just ask him straight up. Dude is sitting there waiting for us so he can just say something to make us feel silly. So, I'm telling you, man, Kyle, man, the dude is coming up with ingenious ways to answer the question now. So, Pop, what did you make of Kyle and Jimmy and the media?
You know, obviously, it makes more sense to Steve Young and myself to start the kid and move forward. Now, that's what makes sense to me and Steve Young. But like I said, I always like to look at both sides.
Wait a minute, time out.
Looking at
I
Kyle,
love the way Pop is now on the same level as Hall of Famer Steve Young. Pop, please explain. I love it.
well, I just agree with him. I mean, because he's an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
He's my favorite player of all time, and that takes a lot to take that mantle away from Lawrence Taylor and Ronnie Lott. So, a defensive player and a quarterback's my favorite player. You got to be a real tough, smart son of a gun, and Steve Young was that. So obviously, I take whenever he says something, I take it to heart because a lot of times he knows what he's talking about. And any of the alumni, if they say something, most of the time they're right. Most of the time, because I remember Jerry Rice was singing the praises of Deshaun Jackson, and we just said we skipped over him. I think we drafted some other receiver who just washed out. I don't even remember his name.
And Doc, remember Antonio Brown? Him and Jerry up there running Jerry's Mountain.
Yeah, I know.
So
another one. It's another one. So, but I want to touch on one thing before we move forward. I've been reading a lot of information about people singing the praises of certain quarterbacks in the rookie class.
No.
And it's preseason, people.
That's
Riddle
true.
me this, Ronbo.
And the doctor does not like Zach.
Real quick. Riddle me this.
Yes.
Riddle me this. The preseason of the Detroit Lions and the preseason of the Cleveland Browns. Okay? Both those teams went undefeated in the preseason, and everybody was sitting there just writing them into the playoffs. Do you know what their final record was those 2 seasons they went undefeated?
Yeah, they're pretty sad.
Both teams were 0-16. The preseason don't mean jack. Yes, Zach Wilson has not seen NFL defense yet. Okay? And it's the same thing with Fields. He saw a little bit and he got his helmet knocked off. They haven't seen nothing yet.
No, wait. You're talking about Justin Fields.
They haven't seen anything yet. Justin Fields, yes. Justin Fields, they haven't seen nothing yet. I think the people who have seen it has been Trey Lance, been Trevor Lawrence. Those guys have seen it. I think that
Especially
Matt Jones has seen it. Matt Jones has seen it, but he hasn't seen it all the way yet. He's seeing a little bit. But things are about to change in a couple of weeks. So let's keep that in mind. Now, getting back to Jimmy G and Garoppolo, to me, if I look at Kyle, if you look at the psychology and the business of the game, all right, the game is to win games, right? It's to win games. There's absolutely nothing he gains if he wins with Jimmy or if he wins with Lance. But there's tons to lose if he loses with Lance.
Yeah.
On that first game. That's a ton to lose, right? So if you start the rookie guy who still needs to get better. He does. He's missing running backs in the flat. He's throwing a 105-mile bullet at 7 yards down the field. There's things he's got to tweak and adjust. You see what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers sat. Steve Young had to sit and learn how to play the game. That's just a part of it. Now, would I rather he have a better mentor? Absolutely. Would I rather see Jimmy G be like Tom? 6 or 7, 9 or 10? Yeah, I would love to see that. But the reality is that Jimmy G, you know why he's smiling? because he knows he's the best quarterback in that room right now. That's why he's smiling. He said it. And he's a big
Kinda.
meathead. That's why he's smiling. No, he sat there and said, "Oh, I feel really good about my play and about that smile."
Well, but he said he
You
feels
know?
good about his play. He didn't say, I feel better than the rest should feel about their play.
No, I'm just letting you know that as far as Kyle Shanahan goes, this is one of those situations where you trust the devil you know instead of
Yeah.
the devil that you don't. So he
Yeah.
knows where his liabilities are. I'll put it to you this way: if Jimmy G right now, if you switch him out with Zach Wilson and the Jets, you're going to see the same crap.
Yeah.
Because again, they're scripting plays against the preseason defense. Who does that? Unless you're trying to build confidence
Tom Sula.
in a quarterback.
I mean Salah. And
Exactly.
I looked at
So
it after you said that yesterday. I went back and looked at the Jets game. I know that looks awfully like they actually got an agreement with the opposing team. What is that's just he's
look,
running around in
for all
wide
out
open spaces. They're calling him Aaron Rodgers Jr. I'm saying, oh people, please. Let me turn this up. Stop. He ain't no Aaron
preseason.
Rodgers yet.
It's preseason. He's very skilled, but it's still preseason. He's got a tough division he plays in. We'll see what happens.
We
We'll see
will.
what happens when they really start coming for him. We'll
Bob,
see.
bookmark. Well, I'm going to be back tomorrow. I can't wait to hear from you tomorrow, because as the world turns is the new name for Santa Clara, and let's see what develops between now and tomorrow.
No, we'll see. But I mean, it's the writing's on the wall. But I figured that. I mean, Kyle Shanahan is conservative, so
Yeah, and then
being
there's
he's
that.
conservatively minded.
Yeah.
Exactly. I understand it though. What do you got? What do you got to win? What do you got to gain? What do you got to gain? It's going to throw a big monkey wrench and stuff if he goes out there and lose. Plus, remember, Jimmy G has the locker room. That goes understated. That goes understated. Jimmy G hasn't lost a job yet.
Well, let's
He
see what
hasn't
happens
lost a job.
next. All right, Pop.
Yep.
You know I always love it.
All right,
I'm gonna tell
brother.
you what. Let's see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Thanks,
All
Pop.
right, Ronbo. Later.
And there goes the doctor. And Jimmy Bull, what are you talking about? Only black doctors call themselves PhDs, call themselves doctor. Listen, by the way, that became an issue a few months ago, didn't it? This is a term that goes back a long way. PhDs are addressed as doctor. It's not a new thing. All right, let me yell him in here. Put a rod down and bam away. Niners! Rod.
Finally, the rod has come back to Rumble Live.
I've been waiting for him too.
Rumbizzle.
Rod, you know, we are San Francisco. We're fortunate to be 49er fans because there's no team that keeps up the stuff like we do. Rod, when you look at all our situations, we have something very seriously, strangely wrong with our relationship with the New York office and the officiating. We have problems with trades. The Giants and Raiders would rather give a team to the CFL than let us have him. We now have quarterback controversy. This is a tradition with San Francisco. We've had quarterback controversies going back as far as Montana. So, you know, and I wish I knew what was going on, if it's documented what went on with quarterbacks before that. But the thing is, now you have Kyle that's adding a new element to the madness by playing hide and go seek with the media. Rod, what is going on with Jimmy, Kyle, and the media? Trey. Trey's not, you know what? Trey's a kid. He's not involved. Trey's just standing here saying, man, I don't even know what this stuff's about. I'm just here trying to work, okay? So, you know, it comes down to the media, Kyle, and Jimmy.
Well, me personally, I never pay attention to Kyle. Never. He never never going to reveal his hand. You know, we done talked about this a lot, Robert.
It's true. It's
So,
bringing that stuff up.
But as far as Jimmy, with that smirk, you remember that damn movie, The Christmas Story, when
Grinch.
Ralphie shot the BB gun the first time, and he hit himself in the eye. He had to fake some tears, and then when he got up to the bathroom, his mama was falling for it, and then he looked into the camera and just cheesed a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what that looked like. But, I mean, in your comment, you'll see, man, I made a comparison. I mean, for all viewers, don't smoke. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, I'm going to compare Jimmy Garoppolo. It's like a pack of Marlboro Lights to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, I'm out of cigarettes. Can I get one? Yeah, beggars can't be choosers. Let me get that. But Trey Lance
I like that analogy. Yeah.
Yeah, he like a pack of Newport shorts that have been in the freezer, man. Right after you got through hitting that sour diesel, then that good taste. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, on a more serious note, though, Ronbo, I honestly do believe that Trey Lance is going to be the guy going forward. I think that Jimmy Garoppolo probably will be given the introduction to the beginning of the season because of the guys that he's playing against, the Detroit Lions. I don't think it's going to be much of a challenge for Kyle Shanahan. So I think he's just trying to transition Trey into the mix slowly. That's why they're talking about this 2-quarterback system crap. I don't buy it for a second, man. But I do trying to find a way to ease him into it. That's my honest belief. Jimmy Garoppolo, we've seen him at his best, but again, I think against certain teams, he can definitely perform. But when you have a team with a defensive-minded coach or a coach who knows how to study that film and break down weaknesses, he can sometimes be a liability. So, I love it though.
Yeah, it adds to the intrigue. I just think that Kyle probably wants to feel comfortable with Trey at some point. Now, he indicated that with Jimmy, like most fourth-year quarterbacks and with every team I've been with, I can call this, I can call that, and he's pretty much going to understand what I'm talking about. See, Kyle, if he's going to wait until he gets into that comfort zone with Trey, it could take a little longer than necessary. I think he should probably just come up with some plays that he knows him and Trey are always going to be on the same page on. Because as well as I understand that Trey knows the playbook very well, but then again, there's one thing about knowing that playbook and going out and executing it. You know that from playing ball. I remember I used to get in trouble for that all the time. Ronbo, man, where'd you read that play? It's in the playbook, Coach. I read that number 17. I want you to stay after workout. I need to talk to you. It's the kind of thing where you can read it, know it, but this doesn't necessarily mean you're really good at executing it yet. So it's a work in progress. It maybe not take any amount of time though. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, man. Again, despite what anyone else thinks, I think we're in a better position than we were last season. C.J. Beathard is no longer there. We don't have to scratch our heads about Nick Mullins anymore, who is kind of like Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. But I just think, really, we have a lot to be excited about this year. And I think the thing that's not getting enough attention, and that's a good thing because, we don't want everybody knowing what to expect, but we've been hearing a lot of great things about this defensive line during training camp, man. And I mean,
that's the power unit. That's the one.
Yeah.
My God.
Nick Bosa coming back.
Real quick, though,
D Ford.
We got too many guys on that unit, Rod. You ain't gonna keep all of them. How you gonna do? We could use this for a whole subject. Give me something in one because we got 1 minute to go.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, y'all think I'm crazy, but I say, man, while you got the opportunity, try to go ahead and do something with Armstead, man. I mean, just trade him. Let's get some value, bro. Get some value. I mean, because he's really the biggest liability on the defensive line, especially when it comes to mobile quarterbacks. So, I mean, I don't think we.
You think Armstead's the biggest liability when it comes to mobile quarterbacks?
I do, man.
Yeah.
I do. He over pursues a lot.
Yeah,
You
well,
know, look
that's
how many
true.
quarterbacks.
That's true.
You know
He
what I
does get
mean?
back in
Just
the backfield
barely.
quickly. Sometimes overruns play. Yeah.
And I mean, this last thing. And have you heard and have you even seen the domination of Contavious Streets?
See, I was worried about Rod. I said something about this 2 or 3 weeks ago. I said, you know what? I understand that Hurst and Kerr are here for a reason. They brought him in here. They don't intend to get rid of him. But I'll be damned if I'm going to see Contavious Street leave. He's just now becoming who we thought he was going to be. So I'm a little worried about it. I was
Oh
worried
my
about
God,
it. But, man, I think they're going to keep him.
yeah. Man, I'm looking forward to seeing what our guy D'Amico Ryan is gonna do with this defense, man. It looks like he's gonna send. He's gonna send.
Did somebody say street?
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I want to.
We got a bookmark here.
See the
Run out of time.
position too.
Let's do this tomorrow because I got a feeling we'll talk more about the defensive line tomorrow because I'm tired of talking about quarterbacks. I really am. So let me see you tomorrow, fam.
Well, it's
All right?
always great, Ronbo.
You ready?
Always great, man. We'll definitely look back for you the next game.
All right.
Let me get that shout out, bro.
Niners for the ride. Rod, have a good night,
Shout
fam.
out to them. Shout out to Ronbo. Y'all hold
bro.
it down.
Thanks, Rod. There he goes. We don't get enough of Rod. Rod is busy on us today. Hey, the 49ers Ultimate Report. Here's John.
Ronbo.
John, we're just discussing the hilarity of today's press conference. Because, most of the time the press conference is like, just mentioned, can the media please put your foot off the gas on the quarterback situation? Every now and then, we'd like to hear about questions like, Kyle, you've got a logjam at the defensive line. Who's like, I don't know if we can ask you this or not, but who's like maybe somebody who may be in question, and he's not going to answer, but at least you got that question out there. D'Amico Ryans is probably not going to answer it as well as Kyle would, And maybe, how did Nick Bosa look? And the cornerback situation pretty much now looks at Diablo Lenore. Does he look a little bit different than what you might have anticipated? Give me something else besides that quarterback situation sometimes, So today they did it again, and Kyle went into comedy mode. But how did you see what went on today?
Besides Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo, the person that, really frustrates me out of the entire 49ers organization is Kyle Shanahan. And, his ego always shows. Like, when the media asks him the same question over and over again, screw the media. The media is going to ask you the same question because they're going to push your buttons. They want you to pick a favorite. And we all know that that's what the media does. And, and one example was going back to the draft, how for an entire month, the media pushed this idea of Mac Jones, and we drafted Trey Lance. And when the media did not get what they wanted, they doubled down and they started to cry and they started to
make excuses.
act like children.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's so funny. Who cares who Kyle drafted? And unfortunately, a lot of 49ers and myself were really excited that we did not draft Mac Jones. Like, I don't really care about Mac Jones because that's the Patriots' problem. Because preseason is a different story. And while he's been playing really good in the preseason, if he plays with the first team, he's also going to be playing with first-team defense from other teams. So let's slow down with all of these rookies. The same thing now with Trey Lance. He's been playing really well. Unfortunately, when Jimmy has played the 2 series, he has not had Trent Williams and a bunch of people on the offensive line. He's not had Mostert back there. So the thing that Kyle is doing is just like anyone who watches preseason for many decades, is that preseason doesn't matter. The only reason why it matters is because we have this new shiny toy called Trey Lance. And the media has also grown with a thing called podcasts and on YouTube, and everyone thinks that they're an expert. But you have to quiet that outside noise and look what Kyle's trying to do. Kyle's trying to do this. I'm going to start the veteran, okay? Let's start the veteran, and let's see what happens. If Jimmy, in those 5 weeks, because we have an early bye, That's Jimmy's window. That's his window. And that's the window that everyone is going to see. After that bye game, Kyle is going to be assessing that quarterback position. But after that bye week, and then they play against the Colts or the Cardinals, but after the bye week, they're not going to make any more quarterback decisions. They're going to ride with Jimmy if he's still there. Unfortunately, we have gotten to this world that, Jimmy's going to play well. So when the trade deadline happens, he's going to be traded. That's not going to happen. Name any team in the 100-year history that has waited to the trade deadline and traded a good thing. But unfortunately, we forget that because fans are very passionate. I'm passionate. Now, here's the thing that I don't like about Kyle is that he has to understand. You do know that the Detroit Lions are planning for Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. He should also know that the Eagles are planning for Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. He can't be secretive. Defensive coordinators who are in the NFL are going to always plan even for the backups.
Yep.
For the backups. So, it doesn't matter because that's why they get paid a lot of money.
But at least in game one, John, they won't know just how it's going to be deployed. You know what I mean? There is that element of surprise in game one. And if Kyle's smart, he'll do something completely unorthodox, like putting them both on the field at the same time on certain plays and things like that. There's ways you can actually screw up any DC planning and coming up with ways to stop that kind of attack, though. Because Kyle's a pretty sharp guy when it comes to that kind of thing. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so, it does get, very crazy, about this situation that's been going on for months. And, I just want to put a little bit of clarity. Don't pay attention to the media. Anyone who pays attention too much to the media,
he's gonna make yourself crazy. Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing all over again. It's the same thing all over again. It's like basically you wake up the next day, Jimmy or Trey. Then you wake up the next day, Jimmy or Trey. The good thing about it is that we have one more preseason game, and we're gonna see the starters, and that includes Jimmy that might play an entire half, and we're going to see if we're going to change anybody's minds, which probably is not going to happen. But at the end of the day, Kyle, that's how he sees stuff. Kyle is very weird. We're not in his head. He's just a little bit, how he is. Because one thing that I was told by Mike Schumann, who says the same thing, Bill Walsh reminds him of Kyle because Bill Walsh was the same way with his playbook. But eventually he evolved. And what happened? They won 4 Super Bowls. So it's a reality that, coaches have to evolve. And that's the reason why, while many people who say, Cal still likes those pocket passers, you have to evolve with the game because in the next 5 years, the true pocket passers are going to be very limited, and you're going to start seeing more Josh Allens, more Kyler Murrays, more Lamar Jacksons in the league. So coaches have to start to realize that the game of football is changing. And by him drafting Trey Lance, knowing that his quarterback is one-dimensional, which isn't a bad thing, but you have to also move on for the forward because next year, Jimmy's going to be 30 years old. So you have to get younger, and get a quarterback better. It's just how the business is. You no longer wait till a quarterback is 40 years old. If you have someone better, you have to go with it. But unfortunately,
unless it's
we
Tom
have
Brady
to continue with this headache for the next couple of weeks. Anyway.
Yeah. which is I'm wondering how old they're going to go. But I got to tell you though, with Kyle, as long as he's coaching, him and his dad are still going to be old school. He doesn't mind if you run. That is one thing Kyle's going to try to innovate, and maybe other coaches will follow suit. You've got to somehow get the fantasy of having a guy that can orchestrate from the pocket, because that's still going to be important, and can move. That's why Kyle says, I wish I had Tom Brady with Lamar. This was Lamar Jackson. Tom Brady pocket with Lamar Jackson's ability to run. Now you've got the ultimate weapon that can't really be stopped, because they're going to come up. That's why Lamar Jackson is being attacked now. Wayne's going to figure out Lamar Jackson this year. And Lamar's like, no, they ain't. So, it's going to go back and forth for a while. But the ultimate in the future is definitely going to be somebody who can do both. And if he can master both, nobody's going to be able to stop him. Mahomes is almost that player. But anyway, John, he's 49ers Ultimate Report. Johnny, you got time for us tomorrow, I hope, and I'll be back.
All right, Ronbo, thanks for always having me on. Shout out to the Niner Empire, everybody. hey, let's calm down, because we all want this team to succeed. Because as I've been saying, it's about the quest for 6, not just who starts week 1. But thanks, Ronbo, and it's Niners all day.
Thanks, John. Looking forward to hearing from you shortly. Night, fam. Hey, Steven. Steven. Hey, Rick.
What's going on, sir?
Rick, I knew the drama with Kyle and the media was going to go on up until God knows when, but I did not know today that it would add Jimmy in there. I wonder what made the media ask him that to begin with. But anyway, now you've got Kyle playing games with the media, saying all the things that they don't want to hear, but the media keeps on pushing it. And I was used to that with Kyle. I didn't even know Jimmy was part of the guest, right? So Jimmy comes up and says, so Jimmy, Coach just said blah, blah, blah. Well, do you know who's going to start? And Jimmy says, not only yeah, but hell yeah. That means I got to feel there's been a conversation going on with Kyle and Jimmy. And maybe it must have included Trey, too, because Trey seemed awfully humble in that last press conference as well. But what do you take from all of this stuff?
I think at first I was like everybody else, Trey versus Jimmy. But once I sat back and analyzed it, this is not Trey versus Jimmy, it's Trey versus himself. And the thing about it, we have to realize that's what Kyle said a long time ago. When Trey is ready, then everybody will see. And the thing about it, even in the press conference, and they're asking about, paraphrasing, are you happy that the competition is not further along or whatever? And he was like, no, not really. I would love to say it's getting developing more and more and more and more and more. Because the thing I like about Kyle, I believe he wants to put Trey out there, but he's not going to yet. It's like, look, you're going to have to, almost like an employer or your child. You want to do so many things, but they have to earn it. And so he's like, look, it doesn't matter if I feel that you have all this limited potential and you can do all these great, wonderful things. Until you can show me you can operate the offense at least Jimmy's level. I mean, you're not going to go, because I'm a big Trey fan, got his jersey and everything already. But if you can show that you cannot throw the ball, the passes high, and do some other things and look for reads and not take sacks and all these other things, which I think he'll get as he learns, as he continues to play, then you can be like, okay, cool, I can trust you, because he doesn't want to. It doesn't matter all the potential that he has. If you can't really operate his offense the way he needs. I mean, if you can operate it at the base level first, like, hey, I need you hit people in stride, not behind them. Don't keep selling balls. Don't take unnecessary sacks and stuff like that. Get out of pocket. Then he can start doing all the other things, the crazy nuances, the RPOs and things like that. But you have to first operate the system first, how he needs it. And once he does that, then you'll see him start doing some crazy plays and things. But right now, it's going to be Jimmy. So all the Trey fans out there, if you want to blame anybody, blame Trey and blame his, but this is inexperience right now. When he gets experience and he can show not only the team, but and more importantly, Trey, and show Kyle, hey, coach, I can go from my first read, my second read to my third read. I know what my hot route is, the blitzing. I know all these different things. Not just that I can run the ball, I can throw the ball a billion miles. Then at that point, you will see a switch. So that's why it's good that right now you see Kyle gonna have him in, and I like him more in the red zone, whatever, because I think he's a better threat at this point. But right now, from a Niners standpoint, look, long as we win, at the end of the day, long as we win, as long as we win, I don't care if it's Scrooge McDuck. If it's Scrooge McDuck out there, long as we win, that's all that matters. That's all that matters before anything else. So when
Rick,
Jimmy's out there supporting him,
Yeah, you got to do that. And also something else too. One thing people should understand about Kyle. This is a guy from a tradition of football. I didn't want to say anything, but if people thought that Kyle was going to go out there and just put a rookie out on the field when he does have a vet, and it could have even been Sudfeld, he's not. Kyle's, put it this way, he has a certain amount of dignity. You think this kid knows my offense so fast that I'm just going to. And my offense is more complicated than that. I'm not. No, he's not. I'll use him, but not like that. I got a feeling that's what Kyle's mindset is. Even if Trey was doing everything you just said, right? I wonder if Kyle would still feel comfortable. Because he's got to think about rookies. Is why when people gave me a hard time and I said, guys, Kyle is not going to start a rookie this year. I said it, and then at some point I realized, well, Kyle's changing. Like somebody just, like John just said, Kyle's evolving. He may do it. But then I look at some other quarterbacks around the league, and I see youngsters, and I say, well, you know what? They probably wish they had somebody else they could groom that kid with a little longer. But, that's just my observation on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think, like I said before, I think it's all on Trey. Not so much. I think you can be able to recite back. He can literally be able to recite back the plays, whatever. But when he's able to actually put the knowledge into the game, so okay, when we run this play, I know what's my leak out person or whatever, and he would have executed, not just recite it back verbatim. That's when I think he will begin to be utilized more. But on a side note, Niner fans, can we finally put to bed this Nick Mullins and C.J. Beathard stuff? Do you all realize on two different teams, their third stringers, we've been playing, and which is why I'm happy we finally got capable backups now. Two of our backups from last year are other teams' third stringers. They're literally other teams'
on the verge of
third
getting
stringers.
cut.
So, man, it's just like we have to understand that we were not playing, because if we had just a decent backup last year, we're in the playoffs.
Yeah,
just a decent backup last year, we're in the playoffs. But we had two trash third stringers, obviously put on by two different teams. So I'm glad that finally we addressed that. I think we're going to be good. I'm still a little nervous on the secondary. I think our D line is stupid. I think we have crazy depth. I really like that guy Jordan Willis.
Rick, we got to stop it. You know what? Watch the secondary be heralded by week 6, and we'll be saying, "Damn, and they was the weak link."
Right. If that was win, that's good. Hey, man, Niner Empire, Niner for life, man. And let's go and beat them traders. And Trader Raider Joes as you play. Have a good night.
You too, Rick. Appreciate your fam.
Okay. You welcome.
Hey, let's go back and check out Steven. Oh, Steven.
Yes, I'm here.
So, Steven.
I heard we were talking about Contavious Street earlier.
Oh, that was you, yeah. Yeah, I've been concerned about Givens and Street because I think they've come along through the development, and Kusurik has built them into monsters. And now we're going to just, because of Hurst and Kerr, that took their 2 jobs. No, because DJ Jones isn't going anywhere. Jones is rock solid. So I looked at them and said, it's Givens and Street. Hurst and Kerr are going to take Givens and Street out.
I think Givens is going to go. But honestly, if we're talking about the more aggressive of the two, Contavious Street does have it. He has that aggression.
Looking good.
He has the most notable sack all around the NFL as we speak, retiring Drew Brees, literally collapsing his lungs.
Make that decision.
If that doesn't speak for itself, I don't know what does. And it was accidental, might I add. But on another note, because all this talk about Hasty doing good, Contavious Street, all these little players and everything. I've been calling it since day one, so it's all just stroking my ego. I've been saying it from the very beginning. 49ers, it looks like it's going to be a dual QB situation, just like Taysom Hill and Drew Brees. And what does it look like it's going to right now? It looks like it's going to be a Drew Brees and Taysom Hill kind of situation at Levi Stadium. And I don't mind it. I really don't. I think it's a really cool idea. you know, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, I mean, Kyle kind of can use it as a scapegoat. Well, we thought, you know, X and X was going to be ready. Well, we thought X and X was going to be better than the other person. You know, it kind of covers his ass in a way. If Jimmy does bad, well, then we have Trey Lance. If Trey Lance does bad, well, we have Jimmy. You know, it works as I see him playing it as like okay, I'm going to use it to protect myself from the media. If, let's say, for instance, I decide to start Trey Lance and he does bad, I could be like, well, see, this is why I wanted to start Jimmy. If Jimmy starts bad, he could be like, well, this is why I wanted to start Trey. Why not hit two birds with one stone? Start them both at once.
Yeah. Or warm Nick Sudfeld up. You know, I really do. I think it is Plan A. Jimmy starts and he runs various plays to keep Trey and get him used to the NFL speed and real time, real defenses, regular season, we're serious type of defenses coming at him because he's going to need that. Contrary to what people believe, Trey's good. But to think he's just going to come in and master the NFL after 1 year of college and missing his second year is fantasy. You know, he's got some things he's got to learn. He's human. You know, so we'll see.
He's young. He hasn't played in 2 years, and it's like he's going in from college level football to NFL level football. We're talking two different animals.
And yeah, North Dakota State, that's not the avenue that you normally expect. Carson Wentz I think is an outlier, but that's not usually the route that your better quarterbacks are going to take coming into the league. They can be good later, but they don't usually just come flashing into the NFL after 1 year and just sort of just dominating the league. That's just unreal. So, you know.
And you know what the crazy part is that, you know, we can use the same argument about Patrick Mahomes. He did not come in to do good his first year. He came in on his second year and did phenomenal.
Yeah.
So that just shows right there. It takes time for them to adapt. It's not about, you know, oh, he's going to do all this in the first year. No, man, don't start him unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
That's it. But if you're going to use, you know, if you're going to use him sparingly, go for it. Let him get his licks in. Yeah. You know, we're talking an overly aggressive line of defense on every NFL team.
Yep.
Everybody's going to want a piece of Trey Lance because he's a rookie.
And DC's going to plan it that way. They're going to think that way. I guess we got a newbie here. We know what to do. We're going to do this, and then that should work. If that doesn't shake him, then try playing. You know, there's things you could do to rookies because they haven't seen these things before. You know, and so that's why they do this. That's why Belichick's always said, "I've never been beaten by a rookie in my entire career." And that's because that's what they do. You know. So.
And then I do want to talk about who got cut. I was hoping you'd come on yesterday. Oh, my boy River Craycraft. But you know what? I see him making it back on the practice squad.
Waivers.
I know.
He could be back.
What? He could be back. He could be back because he's a hard-working wide receiver. You know, he's a hard-working dude. So, you know, when he messes up, he does even better. It's kind of weird how he works. You know, if he drops a pass, he does better. If he messes up, he does better. But as for everyone else on that line, I kind of saw that coming.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't a shocker to me.
Well, if you count to 6 or 7, because there's not that many guys they're going to keep on the wide receiver room, and that's why you end up losing. We lose a couple good receivers, I think, every year. You look down the 6. Name your 6 that you figure are top.
Ooh, that's tough. That's I can't really call it on that
easy.
one.
And probably Mohamed Sanu has probably made the team. So you got 3 spots,
so
basically.
That's number 3 right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 spots already pre-filled. Oh, my God.
You keeping Juwan Jennings?
I had Trent Sherfield. Easily. I got to say Trent Sherfield. Trent Sherfield number 4.
Sherfield and Jennings, right? Most people believe in
Sherfield and Jennings.
Yeah. So now you got 1 spot, basically. Who gets it?
And it kind of just falls to, oh, my God. Dare I say it?
There are about 3 guys.
Say it?
Are you going to say Jalen Hurd?
Yeah. No, hell no. No way. That's if he can get off the bench.
You know, let's see what he looks like this weekend. Jalen's got to know he's got to play this weekend.
Is he going to play? I don't know. That's a good question.
He needs to think about it.
I would be thinking about it. I'd be stressing about it. But there's another thing I want to talk about. Oh, yeah.
Real quick,
so we have that upcoming match. My bad. We got that upcoming match with the Chicago Bears. I see it as a personal game for Justin Fields, easily, 100%. It is all personal for that boy.
Because
So when he starts, be ready.
Yeah, because he said so. He says, our team's going to be sorry for not picking me. So everybody didn't pick him. But you know what? That hit he took the other day, I wonder if his attitude is changing. Remember, this is the same guy that said, no, it's kind of slow for me. Okay, Justin. Okay.
No, it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. He went to what's his name? Jimmy. His tight end. Jimmy. I keep forgetting his name.
Graham. But
because Jimmy Graham. Yeah. He said. I miss him. I miss him throwing to me. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got to go.
I'll talk to you later about it.
All right. Night, Steven.
Sorry about that. Bye.
Okay. And there's Tommy. Come on in, Tom.
Ronbo.
Tommy, where have you been, man? The chat, I mean, you and Jesus, you guys kept that chat. The chat's been going nuts. I've had to bounce people. And,
I know, man. Yeah, I've been busy working. But, the chat, I'm just sick of these freaking
Tommy, hold on a second.
trolls.
Tommy, I'm sorry. Hold on just a second. Because Clarence Williams has been sitting there. I need to thank him for his contribution here real quick. If we can find it real quick. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Clarence Molina says the argument to start Trey Lance would be that he probably has the best team around him than your standard first-round quarterback. It's Super Bowl caliber. Clarence, it's a good observation. And he's not like Trey Lawrence and some of the other guys that are going to teams, even Zach Wilson. That's true. It's about Kyle, actually, what he expects from his quarterback, too. And Mr. Block Ice, running backs must help out our offense, take pressure off the quarterback. And these are all things that have got to be worked out, and it takes a little bit of time. So that's why it's not like – and then you have to look at Jimmy G as really a bad quarterback if you're going to force Trey in there like that, when it's really probably not necessary. You don't have to rush him in. That's just my thinking, though. I might be wrong. Hey, Tommy, go ahead, fam. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Thanks, guys, for those contributions.
Well, I just all these Seahawks clowns that just want to come into a Niners chat. I guess you have nothing better to do. These two, obviously, this guy Enter Zone and Warren, some stupid number. They're both special needs kids. They can't write, and it's pretty pathetic that you don't have a defensive line, that you need a DB to help you generate pressure. I mean, and they got
Tommy's scoring points.
He's a great player. He's not a cover guy for a safety, which is fine.
It's not, though, Tommy. You know what? And nobody talks about it very much, but he needs to be able to cover better. George Kittle can abuse. I mean, he did it last time. George Kittle doesn't have any problem with Adams. Adams needs to work on that part of his game, too, while he's sacking quarterbacks,
That's why Jimmy Ward's good in coverage, because he has to practice against Kittle stuff, and he's a physical mismatch in itself.
And Tommy, the new rule,
thinking,
you can't knock guys. I forgot how many yards downfield, but do you know you can't hit guys low after a certain point down the field? Can you imagine that? This is why I'm worried about Derrick Henry. How do you grab Derrick Henry?
Oh yeah, how do you tackle him? If you try and go up on his upper body, he's gonna knock you off.
You're gonna get creamed.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to play him this season.
Yes.
Yikes.
That's right. Teams got to play George Kittle coming down the field, too. If you hit George low, Buda Baker, 15 yards. So I'm looking forward to that, because that's the only way Buda knows how to handle him and injure him.
That's a legendary battle there. Because Buda Baker's great. But as I was saying, like Jamal Lewis, if they got 2 first-round picks, it just makes me think, why did we not get 2 for Buckner?
Oh, that's a good question. The 49ers maybe didn't push that deal because they knew they had to get rid of Defoe because they couldn't afford, or maybe they did it for his sake. Remember, Tommy, because they kind of supported him on getting that much money. And they didn't want to hold the deal up and feel responsible. Because let's face it, Tommy, if I come back to the 49ers after you guys made it impossible for me to sign with that team, and I could have got $22 million, come on, guys, I'm not happy to be here. You know, you got to worry about that, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And in a few weeks, we're going to miss our good friend Don Burr because we're going to light up the Detroit Lions. But we're hoping that you come back, Don, because we love you.
I know he has to. Don, if you lose, don't make us have to come and find you. We've already got people out looking for you now. It's only a matter of time. We'll find out, Tommy.
And Jesse Naylor is going to keep his narrative about the Trey Lance is going to start week 1, and it's just not going to happen. He's not ready, obviously. He's not ready. I mean, he's definitely got – he's talented as hell.
He's
a little rusty. He's a little too nervous. He's inexperienced. He's not going to rust off. So if he's going to start, it'd be like the middle of the mid-season.
Yeah,
But we're going to use both of them. We're going to use them on goal line, red zone.
And that'll bring him along.
Plays, and maybe some wildcat stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that'll bring him along a little faster. Get out there and get used to it. Don't be you put that much pressure on a kid. He's 21 years old. Kyle doesn't want to put him in that kind of pressure. On the first game 1, he's going to be nervous as hell. They're depending on me to do this. I got to keep my mind straight. You know, this is too much. And Jimmy G is not so awful that you have to force him out there. This is what the narrative I'll never understand. God, it's amazing.
Oh, and what about? I wasn't here on that show, but that Ayuk dropping 2 passes in 2 consecutive preseason games is unacceptable.
Yeah, they'll get that.
I mean, come on.
It's preseason.
Did he regress, or he's just rusty?
Timing issues. He missed time to sleep. These are things that are going to get ironed out, and right now they're getting ironed out. So we can't expect too much perfection just yet. That'll straighten out. So it's like Jimmy said. He and I have done that play a million times. It was just something that went wrong at that particular point. So
And if it hits your hand, you got to catch it. I mean, maybe because Trey throws such a rocket.
He's got to adjust to that too. Yeah, that's the thing with our receivers. They've got to adjust to both guys. Well, Jimmy's probably not that difficult. They're used to him, but Trey's going to be another thing. He'll get it. Trey's got to pull a string a little bit.
Barrett? I heard he missed practice today.
Uh-oh. Tommy, we got to go, but we'll find out tomorrow. And good to hear from Tommy.
I don't think it's that. We didn't.
He'll be back tomorrow.
Didn't hear anything,
it's probably not serious.
No news is good news.
And then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, Tommy, great to hear from you again. Tell Alan Maria we said hello, and we'll see you tomorrow if you got time for us.
Will do.
All right. Night, Tommy.
You're going to be on all week?
Yeah, because there's no more time off now. There's practice was today, tomorrow, and then, of course, we got to do the Friday. Oh, God, yes. This is going to be a fun week, and then the game Sunday. All right.
All right. If not tomorrow, then sometime this week.
All right, cool. Great to hear from you, Tommy. All right,
fam. All right.
Night.
Likewise. Great to have you. Bye.
Thanks, Tommy. There he goes. T. Huxley, blues man. Get back and work a guitar. Guerro, hola, Ronbo, soy el Guerro. Anyways, Ronbo, but we have the best offense and tough defense. We are going to make history. Yes, this is going to be the year, too. Watch it. That offense is going to sparkle. It took them 4 years to get that thing fully installed, and now there's no reason, as long as people stay healthy, people, I don't know what they're expecting, but that offense is going to be fine. I know it's going to be fine. Robert! Come on in, Robert.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Robert, man, we're just sitting there wondering the games people play. Now, the thing going on between Kyle and the media has hit another level. You know, Kyle's now going through long explanations. Why should I tell you? I mean, can you explain to me how that's going to benefit the team? I mean, if it was going to help the team out, I might do it. But otherwise, I'm just trying to get you guys clicks. Kyle, man, you gotta stop smoking that herb before you come out of these things.
Hey, Rick, I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is what really happened, Ronbo. Kyle was kicking it with me, And I'm tired of hearing them ask about it. Like, he's told people in so many words, like, you're not going. But I get what's going on. You know, it's something to talk about. You know, we transitioning from one quarterback to the next. When is it going to happen?
Yeah.
But, like, my thing is this. For the Empire, why does it matter if he starts the season? Look who we're playing. Detroit Lions. Does it matter who starts? Sutfield could probably start and win that game. So, I mean, I don't see what the big deal is. You know, let the kid learn, and he's really not ready to start. We all know that. I found out today earlier I was a Trey hater because I said he wasn't ready to start, but I'm really a Trey fan. I want him to succeed.
I don't know why a Trey hater. I went through that. I said, you know what, guys, I'm just looking at what I see, and I think he could use a little seasoning. And you can see he's got all the potential in the world.
Yeah.
But can we wait a minute and not put that weight on his shoulders?
I want people to understand something. It's a difference between knowing something and repetition to create muscle memory. And like, you can actually be able to know the playbook and tell coach, oh, this the routes, this the coverage, this what, you know, this my first route, this my second. You may know all this, but when you say hike and them dogs coming,
now
it might go out the window.
Tell him, Robert.
So, you know,
That's underline that. That's exactly right. Nick Mullins, best example. Somebody said nobody knew the playback more other than Kyle Shanahan better than Nick Mullins. That's not what it's. That's okay. Yes.
Have you seen how many times he pumps with the ball? He's undecisive.
It takes a big wind up too. He's got to shorten that delivery.
But he's gonna be fine though. He doesn't even realize what he can do with his legs yet, where he's gonna be effective at. You know, he give him some time.
As soon as he understands the NFL, especially defenses, now you got the Trey Lance that can dominate. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, let us get a couple touchdowns on the lines in the first quarter, second quarter, and then he'll come on in and he start getting comfortable with, you know, real pursuits and things like that. You know, we hadn't seen the offense.
Because, Robert, you know what really worries me? Remember how Cap could have 2 or 3 good games until we played the Seahawks, and they knew exactly how to handle Cap.
Yep.
I see. This worries me. Some of the things I see in Trey, I want him to get those straightened out. So before we get to Pete Carroll doesn't have his Legion of Boom anymore, but there might be another Legion of Boom around the league that will know what to do, and that's why you got to have iron some of those things out because they're telltale signs that could get him into trouble. But we'll see.
And I ain't see nothing. I ain't see nothing wrong with what Jimmy said. Like, Jimmy's an intelligent guy. You asking him, you know, and he's told you before he's a leader. You've asked him about like all them questions. He told you he's always been a natural leader. So what you think he gonna say when you ask him who's gonna be the starting quarterback? And I'm pretty sure they've heard you ask the question 80 million different ways. You know, who's gonna be the starting quarterback? They kind of tired of this.
And Robert, not only that, Robert, I'll bet you any amount that tomorrow they're gonna ask him again. And Kyle's going to finally get mad. You know, guys, I told you yesterday. I haven't changed.
Now you asking the quarterback that's been the starting quarterback for the last 4 years, is he going to be the starting quarterback because it's a rookie in town? What you think he's supposed to say?
Overnight.
And coach has been telling you he's the starting quarterback since they moved up to take a quarterback that Jimmy was still the starting quarterback. What answer are you looking to get? Now all of a sudden, if he would have said he really don't know, he's inconfident, headlines tomorrow morning would have said Jimmy doesn't deserve the job because he's not confident. He's regressed.
Wouldn't that be great? Kyle should do that one day just to mess with him. Guys, you've done it. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm done with Jimmy. Trade starts September the 12th. Then they probably say, Kyle, are you serious? we got to go. I'm going to see you tomorrow, fam, if you got some time for us.
All right. You have a nice.
Thanks, Robert. And by the way, Ron E., how many times has Aaron Donald sacked Jimmy Garoppolo? Also, Dios, how many times has Jimmy beat the Cardinals? I'm just saying, we always look at every mistake Jimmy makes or every little outing he has that wasn't fully successful, but they never look at everything he does. This is why I always say, I don't know what to say to those questions. Hey, it's Black Goldberg. God, get in there, man.
Yo, Ronbo, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. Black Goldberg.
What's good? What's going on? I kind of got him here late.
BG, that's okay, man, because we always start late. See, I can start early because I'm starting to get how you go to the club, you don't go too early because you want to wait till the place fills up. You gotta stop doing that. Just ain't the club.
Yeah.
People don't be staying up all night for this. Hey, I'm gonna call you BG because it's easier. I love your name, though. But BG, man, I'm telling you right now, Kyle is fielding the same question all the time. Kyle, so you ready to name your starting quarterback for September 12th, opening night? And now Kyle's starting to say, no. I don't. I'm not prepared to make that statement. You'll know the day before the game or during the game, before the game. Yeah, Kyle won't even tell you the day before the game. He'll tell you hours before the game. You'll know, and there's no benefit for me to tell you who's going to start today. Kyle went into a long answer today. For the first 30 seconds, I was what, and then I started laughing because Kyle is sandbagging, blowing these dudes off in the most comical fashion, and they still are going to continue to press that question. He's not going to tell you. He's already made it clear. But BG, what is Kyle doing, and why is he doing that? And Jimmy G comes on a few minutes later laughing about he doesn't know who's starting, but he's laughing. Or sorry, he says, "Do you have any idea who's starting?" Jimmy, hell yeah, and he laughs and sort of gave things away, kinda. And then he says, "Well, it's Kyle's call." So, what do you make of all that?
I think Jimmy G starting. I think everything is like Donald Trump say, fake news, fake news everywhere, goddamn.
I forgot all about fake news.
We didn't know. We didn't know Tart was coming back today.
Oh,
we
there's
don't know
good news.
Going on behind the scenes.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's I'm at this point, I'm just ready for the season to start.
Me too.
I'm ready to see what our defense gonna look like.
Yes.
What the offense gonna look like. I'm just ready for some night of football. That's all. That like right now, I done gave up on the news. I'm always looking at Instagram, the internet, trying to find what's the next thing coming out of Santa Clara. And you know what I found?
What?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That's what they do.
It ain't nothing changed. Kyle ain't changed not one bit. Yeah, he actually talked a little longer to Grant today. He was like, "Man, I try to help you get some clicks or something."
I know.
But hey,
Grant's gonna ask him tomorrow.
Hey,
I guarantee you, Grant's gonna ask him tomorrow. Who's your starting quarterback? Okay, Grant. Jesus Christ, man. What if I send you a text before and after?
And he just Kyle just gonna turn around and ask me like, "Who y'all want to start? who y'all want to start? You think that's gonna change my opinion? No, I don't think so. At the end of the day, man, we got a lot to look forward to. It's exciting. Like I don't think I've been this excited during the off season.
I know, right? For preseason games, because we all wanted to see Trey, what he looks like, right? So that made this offseason even more exciting. So, yeah.
Trey, he needs some seasoning and things like that. It's evident. It can only work to his benefit.
Yeah.
And to the team overall's benefit and things like that. Like when he's ready, like Kyle said, we'll all know.
We'll
all know.
It'll be clear.
Like right now, right now it's not clear, so we don't know. So at the end of the day, well, what that September 12th, the Detroit Lions
against Don Bird and his team.
They ain't gonna know what. Yeah, golf's gonna start having flashbacks. He's like, oh, where I'm at? Oh, he's gonna think he's back in L.A.
He'll be suggesting to the coach, Coach, listen, I know these guys, all right? Run the ball. What? I'm going to hand it off. No, that's not the play I'm calling. Coach, I'm handing the ball off. I'm not losing my life out here today because you want to throw the ball. Hey, golf doesn't even have good wide receivers. Somebody name a good wide receiver on the Detroit Lions club. Silence.
No name.
They got rid of Galladay, and that was a good receiver. Detroit, I don't know what they're doing over there, but it's comedy. Don Bird,
they're gonna try to bite some kneecaps. They're gonna try to do, and they're gonna get a fist full of gold. That's what they're gonna get. Fist full of gold. Man, Ronbo, man, I ain't gonna hold you too much longer, man. I'm just. With all the news coming out today, man, I'm just excited for September 12th. That's
season finally be started.
Ready for the real season to get. Yes. Yeah. All this speculation and things like that. Jimmy G starting. I'm like, I don't care what you say. Yeah. He's starting. Everybody in the building over there, they know it. Like we should know it. You know, and we should want that. You know.
Well, yeah. No, a lot of people really are never going to forgive every mistake Jimmy G's ever made. Nobody's ever forgotten anything he's ever done good. That's been gotten over a long time ago. So that's the way it is, and that's the way it's going to stay until Jimmy G can. If he wins the Super Bowl, then you'll look silly complaining. But until he's never going to get any break from 49er fans. So
at the end of the day, we just need a competent quarterback. They get in there and help us win some games. Because right now, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Yeah. Trey ain't gonna help us right now if he don't know everything. He don't know everything. You know, so Jimmy G gonna get in there and like this past game, like we played, like he showed a little bit. You know, I wish he could have played a couple of more series so we can. See what kind of groove he got going on.
Yeah, that was a 16 play drive. I didn't realize they had 6. I didn't know it got into double digits. It was a long drive. Those are the kind of drives that kill the opposing defense. That's why I was thinking, you know what? Wearing the defense out like that is a good idea. You know, you nickel and dime them all the way down the field, and you set up that bomb at some point. But, you cutting the team up like that, small cuts, death by a million cuts, I have no problem with that. A lot of people hate that. I love it. All right, fam. BG, I tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow if you got some time for us. Be looking for you.
All right, let me get a Niner shout out.
Oh, yes, you know you can. A Niner! BG, Black Goldberg.
All day, every day. Appreciate it, Ronbo.
Night, fam. And Edward DeDios, I was talking about every game Jimmy's played against the Cardinals. NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC. I need to see a professional one drive from opening offense, no matter who the quarterback is, or I'm still at 10-7. Show fans something, Niners. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know what? You're gonna get a play. You're gonna get a game plan. You're gonna see all the starters on the field. You're gonna see Trent Williams. Whole nother game. Period. You'll love it. Wait and see. You're gonna see domination this year at some point. Area code 412. Hello. Hello. 412. You know what we're looking for? We're waiting for that guy that came in. One thing that I do love more than anything in this world is myself. Everything I do, everything I create, everything I live for is to make sure that my benefits are met. That dude, man, I've been trying to find him. I want to know what kind of paraphernalia is he taking to get his mind in that position. Santana!
What's
up, Ronbo? How you doing, man? How you doing?
Santana, man, we're sitting here waiting for the season. Everybody's talking about, like, here we go, man. We got another couple of weeks to go. And Santana, man, we're talking about tonight, man. We're laughing because, like, Kyle in the media going round and round because the media wants to know each and every time they see Kyle, no matter how many times during the week, they keep asking him, Kyle, who's your starting quarterback? And Kyle says the same thing. And then today he went off on this bizarre answer. I hope they ask him tomorrow. I want to see where he goes with it then. But anyway, and then Jimmy G comes in a few minutes later and thinks that the question's funny. And but Santana, did you see that today?
Yeah, I saw that. I think Jimmy G was just playing along with the media and with what Kyle said. So, I mean, I don't think, I mean, he said that Jimmy G was going to be, it was his starter, and then he came out saying he wasn't going to, he's not going to name the starter. So, I mean, I'm thinking that
it's Kyle's
he's
fault,
stuck
actually.
in between.
You know, stop playing games with him early on, and they wouldn't be asking us. Like you said, in the minute early, you said Jimmy G's our opening day starter, and then 2-3 weeks later, I'm not made any decision. Yeah, okay, Kyle. And now the media keeps saying, "You made a decision yet?" I said, "Tell you know, you bring up something. The media probably has a right to keep asking him that. It's his fault." Now that I think about it, you're right.
It is, and I mean, Kyle. I mean, doesn't have to say who the starter is. You don't want to give a team an advantage.
But don't mislead
of knowing
people.
who his starter might be.
Yeah.
But I mean, keep them guessing. I guess this whole off season has been all about the 49ers. Making that big trade up, and then this, and then. But I mean, for me, man, I think the Raiders game, I don't know how they're going to split our breaths, but I think he might make his decision off who plays better this against the Raiders or whatever. But I've heard people saying that, Trey Lance is not ready and he's inexperienced and stuff like that. Well, if he doesn't get on the field, he's going to be definitely unexperienced, So, and then Jimmy G, I mean, people want Jimmy G because he's been he's a veteran or something like that, but he still makes the same mistakes. So it's like, I don't know. For me, I'd like to go with Trey Lance because if you think about this, Jimmy, people are saying, "Oh, well, you know what? Bring him in after the bye week or this or that." Dude, the schedule's tough. Like, I don't think it'd be a great idea to start, Trey Lance
in the middle of the season
after the bye in the middle of the season because the game speed is different because players already have. You know what I'm saying? They've already been playing, so the game is different. It's a different speed for them, right?
Absolutely.
When in the beginning of the game, you could tell they're still like kind of rusty and this and that. So
they're going to bring him in. He's not going to just get all of a sudden brought in. He's going to be brought in for plays during the course of the game. Kyle's going to probably incorporate him as often as he can. So he'll adjust that way. But you don't want to put the pressure on him to just start a game, and you've got a guy that knows how to play. And I know everybody thinks Jimmy's going to go in and make nothing but mistakes, but that's not realistic. Jimmy's not going to just make mistakes. He'll move the offense. So, you've already got that.
Ronbo, he's been throwing picks in camp from what I heard. So, I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
the thing is, you're supposed to throw those in camp.
And he threw one against the Chargers. I mean,
okay, but Santana, be honest, though. Was that really all on him? I mean, if he throws the ball out of place, I'm just saying, if he throws the ball to a defender, then you call it an all-out pick. Balls bouncing off of players, I really think that's something that maybe could be. You don't have to really put that in the Jimmy G damage column. You know what I mean?
I understand. I get you. I understand that. But you got to understand, too, that Jimmy G threw the ball a little too high. And, Brandon, you did try to make a play on it. But it went through his hands. Not only that.
Okay, Santana, put it this way.
Caught the ball.
Let me just ask you this, then.
Let me finish up real quick.
But I understand what you're going to say, but I'm just saying, but Trey did the same thing. Do you allow Trey, it's okay for Trey, but not okay for Jimmy to bounce the ball off of the receiver's hands? I don't understand. This is the thing that everybody keeps saying, but I keep wondering, okay, Trey came in to do the same thing. It wasn't his fault. He threw two of those, right?
Yeah.
So
it's not okay because Jimmy G's been here in the league longer.
Okay,
he should know better. He should develop. You know what I'm saying? And Trey Lance is a rookie. I understand he's making mistakes, but he needs to develop too. You know, and make better throws. But as a rookie, but Jimmy G can't be making those mistakes. He's been in the league. He's already played. Not only that, but like for example, okay, he threw the ball a little too high. Brandon Ayuk could have brought it down. But at the same time, what if Brandon Ayuk would have gone tackled and gotten injured because the ball was too high? We've seen that happen to George Kittle, where Jimmy G throws a ball a little too high and they tackle his legs and he gets injured.
Do you watch many other games? Do you see every quarterback throw perfect passes every time? I think that sometimes the standard for Jimmy G is a little high. He's not allowed to make one slight error, or he's condemned forever. And he makes a lot of good throws, but I think it's over. I think it's just overemphasized. Is why I always say, why is it that everybody remembers every bad throw, every miss, and INTs never go away? So it's just a tough. We'll see. Let's see what he looks like.
I mean, everybody sees him. Everybody sees him. They call him a turnover machine.
Right.
So it's. Look.
But we win the game.
He plays good. Yeah, he will win the game, but it's not because of Jimmy G. It's because of the team. Team effort that we win a game. The defense.
There's the bottom line right there. We win and lose as a team. we ran our time out. I'm coming back tomorrow.
Okay, I was going to say something about. I was about to say something. I will come in about. I want to say something about Trey Lance, but I'll just say that something about him tomorrow.
I'll be looking for you tomorrow. It's cool. All right.
All right. See you.
Night, fam. And Clarence Molina says Kyle is a G. He ain't revealing nada, reporters. Who is your starting quarterback? Kyle, Jimmy, and Trey. Next question. Kyle will play GF of Dim at the same time. If they ask him tomorrow, I can't wait. I'm going to be sitting on my edge of my chair. Okay, they're going to ask him. Erica 412, hello. (412), it's got to be that guy. I keep waiting for him. What you should believe, in this world, the only person that matters is yourself. And when you deny that, or when you come to terms with that, you should know that that's your only priority. Ellis!
Ronbo.
Ellis, I just realized, I got to stop encouraging the freak to call back here, but I was totally amused when that dude went on and on for about 5 minutes talking about how much he loved himself, and his whole sole purpose in life is to make sure that he's satisfied with himself. Ellis, do we all entertain thoughts like that at times? But sanity keeps us from revealing our feelings to everybody. That's why I got a kick out of that dude.
He must have been on Jupiter or something, high off of that whatever.
Real
that
good
puts
stuff.
you in a yeah. He was out of there, man.
That was good to hear from you, fam. What Jimmy, the media, and Kyle. What did you see that? That was the most comical thing
I
I've
did
ever
get a
seen
chance to see it.
Between all three of them.
Well,
Go ahead.
Kyle is media trained, and he's a heavy sarcastic type of guy. So he has a good time at these conferences. You know what I mean? You see how he plays with everybody, and he words things, and he talks. He's a little pessimistic, and he's got his little after he says stuff, he does that little laugh. You know what I mean? To where it's like you're molded. You know what I mean? He's like he's clowning you. After he responds, he says, when I feel like it. Huh? Yeah, no, not today. Nice try, huh? It's like that half.
That was good. You sound just like him.
That little halfway. Yeah, it's hella funny. Every time I hear him do that, I laugh my ass off because I'm just like,
you can't get me, guys.
It's just too fun.
Like John Cena.
It's just fun for him.
You can't see me, God.
Yeah. He's. But what I was thinking about, and at the end of the day, at the beginning, even when all this stuff happened, I always said that I was okay with Jimmy coming first as long as he was coming to play.
Mm.
As long as he was coming
That's
to play
fair.
and do his damn job, I
No.
don't have any. I never had any problem with Jimmy Garoppolo coming back. The problem is what we've all had problems with is the downside to Jimmy Garoppolo when he's, you know, with the injuries and then with the mental mistakes and the stuff that's going on, and sometimes excessively and repeatedly or too often.
Mm.
But again, we haven't played our game one yet, and the safest bet, and to keep Kyle from having to worry about what kind of a, you know what, show it'll be if he, you know, cuts Jimmy or puts Trey over Jimmy, that's the risk versus reward. They, you know, it's to the, it doesn't balance out correctly. And he's a professional. He can't compromise. You know, his job's on the line. The team is on the line. There's just a lot of different things that will be compromised if he makes a rash decision, and he can't do that. And he's not, you know, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. He's going to go with Jimmy. He's the safer, the more comfortable, the guy that's been around long enough who, you know, even if it did take him this long for him to really get it, you know, he's got it. And Trey's just at his introductory stage. He hasn't even scratched the surface yet.
Sure.
So it's just, you know, it's just common sense that he's going to utilize Jimmy first and exhaust that option. And if for some reason Jimmy's not performing or things start to decline or there's a, you know, regression, then, you know, then he'll make the next coming decision. But he's not just, you know, I'm just, and I understand it completely. I respect it, and I've accepted that because initially that is what I figured was going to happen anyway, you know, just based on what I think Kyle would be risking. If we cut Jimmy, he's gone. We're left with what? A rookie and Trey Lance
Sudfeld.
and who the hell we got in our second? Yeah, and
Sudfeld.
you know, and Dudfeld. Yeah, Dudfeld. You know, he's. I mean, it's not safe. You know, and it's not a responsible decision. It's not a calculated decision. So,
And,
you know,
and they can't even call Josh Rosen back. He already signed with the Falcons. So, you know, you're right.
Right. So, you know, I'm okay with it. I want Trey to learn more. I want Trey to get more acclimated to the things that he needs to. I mean, Patrick Mahomes sat for a whole damn season.
Well,
you know, I know a lot of us know that, but think of the benefits that he got from that, and being under, you know, Alex, and being able to see things from the field, and then, you know, just, you know, even though Trey will be utilized more than Patrick Mahomes was in his first year, of course, you know, because of his skill set and his attributes that he does have. But again, just the ability to be able to see and get those in-game, you know, things, and then when you're coming in and out, you know, on and off the field, and just being able to study the film and the tape and learn, that's, you know, that gave Mahomes even more, you know, it excelled his mental and, you know, just his approach overall as a quarterback. So then when he got his opportunity, I mean, he took it on, and he did the damn thing, and, you know, he's been balling since. So
you know, one thing I just remembered about Mahomes, you know, his dad was a Major League Baseball player. He's been around that pro element a lot. I think the jitters for him was probably minimal. This is why what you mentioned, I agree with. You let him come in and get around this element for a while, and to force him on the field prematurely, you could ruin him like that. If his confidence goes down the hill, they've always said, if a quarterback kid comes in the NFL, his confidence shot, he may never regain it to where it was, and that could be the end of his career. Because you know that's happened to how many quarterbacks? Remember Deshaun, what's his name? Deshaun Kaiser? I forgot his name. But he hasn't been back.
Kaiser.
Yeah. And
Deshaun
awesome
Kaiser.
in
Yeah, that was
college.
sad. And I know we were talking. I mean, that was before I had got onto the show. But I remember just him being in a discussion. Didn't he get drafted the same class with Trubisky, if I'm not mistaken?
I forget which year.
Or
he came in.
I don't know. Either way, you know, I know that I remember, you know, him, and there's so many mistakes that we could have made. But I'm just thankful that with this situation, Kyle's taking the best approach, because at the end of the day, the fire will be an eternal fire if there's, you know, if he makes the wrong decision here.
Gotta handle
Yeah,
that
we
rookie, right?
can't afford to have that.
Yeah. Ellis,
Yeah,
we got to go.
And Jimmy, he's going to give Jimmy his best shot. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah,
It's all
Jimmy's-
good.
Jimmy will be fine. I don't know why people think he's so
Yeah,
bad.
you got to come with it, though. Just come with it, Jimmy. That's all we're looking for, man. Just come on with it. You know what I mean? And, hey, we can all be happy. We can go get that. We can go get that Lombardi. Yeah, for sure.
Look forward to that.
But thank
All
you,
right,
Brother
man.
Ronbo, for the platform, as always. Yes,
Thank
indeed.
you, Ellis.
Thank you to production. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. And, yeah, man, we got those Trader Raiders, man. The countdown is on.
Should be
ready.
fun. All right, fam.
Peace, homie.
Peace. Night, Ellis. Got my dude, Ellis. And it says Jada Monroe. Jada could be somebody using their wife, girlfriend, or sister's phone, too. We'll go to Tony and see what that. Hey, Atlanta man, Tony. Get in here, Tone. Tony. Last time we called Tony, he was in the middle of doing his laundry. I gotta kick out a guys doing domestic chores. I get caught doing domestic chores, and my least favorite thing to do was clean the toilet.
Rombo, put me in, man. What's happening, man?
Who is this? Oh, it's
Mr.
KC.
Sir.
Casey,
Mr.
come on in,
Rombo.
man. Yes.
Brother Rombo, what's shaking, man?
Oh, we just laughed at the amusement provided today by Kyle, the media, mainly the media, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle's really getting into it right now.
And right, and then Jimmy.
He's really sinking into it.
God, man,
Kyle's eating it up right now.
He is.
You see
He's
his
probably
smile on
laughing
his
about
face
it now,
today?
talking to other people about it.
He's just like, I'm just trying to get you more clicks and stuff, man. He got a West Coast, man. you know what I'm saying, Rombo?
I mean, I can't believe he said that.
He's got a little gray hair now. You know, he's not. This ain't young Kyle anymore from, the Redskins anymore, man. This big boy.
And check out that long
grown-up
answer.
Kyle, man.
And then he ends it with, I'm just trying to get you more clicks.
Yeah.
Jesus, Kyle.
And, I like Jimmy's got his hair dyed down. Now he's ready to roll, man.
Hey,
let's
is that
be honest,
dyed,
Rombo.
or is it turning white?
Nobody on the 49ers. So what?
Is it dyed or is it turning white? I mean, Jimmy's got a lot of gray up there
Well, it
now.
looks like he dyed his hair, right?
Was it
Over the
black
weekend?
today? Last time I saw it, it looked like
Yeah,
salt and peppered up. Yeah.
I saw him on the sideline. He looked like he had just got some Rogaine or something, man. But
Maybe.
anyway,
I got to look at him again.
you know what I'm saying, Rombo? I can't hate on that because look, Rombo, I'm bald, man. So bald is beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. I keep mine clean, even if it would grow there. I get tired of hair.
Oh, but hey,
it's just too
Rombo,
much
man,
trouble.
Man, what was I just about to say?
You were talking about Jimmy, and then you went to Kyle clowning the media, and yeah, you're getting ready to say something about what Jimmy's reaction, I guess.
Oh man, those over-the-counter medications, Rombo.
Because you're supposed to take them as prescribed, Casey. Don't overdo the dosage. One. When it calls for one, just do one.
It's been a long day. It's been a long week, Rombo. What can I say, man? I'm just out here praying for Hefe. I'm just praying for Jalen. You know what I'm saying? Praying for Kid Law.
All right. And thank you, because we all need to do that, man. These guys got to stay up off. Somebody said something about Jason Verrett. I know that Mostert left today with a backache. Oh, whoa. They just said, but the media probably, maybe it's not that serious. You can't trust the media anymore.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because of social media that we have such an access to it, but I don't think when I was growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, it was this bad.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there's been
because the internet, Casey, that's a good point. When did the internet totally take over the minds of the entire planet? Because the media, social media is running everything.
Yeah. You look at like Instagram, like around like 2010, 2012, started to get big, and then 2014, 2016 just took over.
Mm-hmm. People are identified by social media now. How many clicks do you have? How many followers you got?
It's a sick thing, isn't it, Ronbo?
Where's it going? Is what I don't know, Casey. Like it's where it is now, and we're saying what we're saying. In 10 years, what is it going to do? It's scary when you think about it, you
I
know?
mean, maybe we'll have holograms we might have holograms like Princess Leia in front of us
You know,
in 10
and
years.
you could zoom into people's houses and stuff illegally.
I think they might be doing that already, Ronbo. But you know, I mean, maybe we'll have like Star Trek or like Star Trek lasers on our phones or something.
Casey, they
Wouldn't
got
that
you
be
know what
cool?
they got soft? They got apps. I don't know if it's soft. No, they got it must be software. They could, you know, your cam on your phone and on your computers and everything. They can actually turn that on. Your speakers, they can hear what you're
Oh, I
saying.
believe it. Yeah.
They all that's available.
Yeah. No, you know, because I had my camera open the other day, and I took a screenshot, and the screenshot captured the photo of the camera. So I'm thinking to myself, how does the screenshot get that photo? You know. But
I still know who's watching this.
Anyway.
I want to kill. You know what? Let's get scary. Let's go back to football. But Casey, and you know,
close to Halloween, Ronbo.
You know, it's not
It's been
November
scary
yet.
around here for a while, man. I'm just holding my breath every day. I'm like, oh man, let's just, you know.
Hey, so now
Man,
you
the
got the
Niners make it
controversy
this year, man. This will be truly legendary, man.
Yeah. Because this controversy is going to go with the quarterbacks all the way up to game one because people really don't want to see Jimmy on this team.
That's what I was about to say, Ronbo. That's what I was about to say. Thank you, brother.
Mm.
So, you know, no one on the 49ers, Trey, Jimmy, Kyle, John, Jed, none of them are naive enough to think that, you know, Trey sitting behind Jimmy would be a bad thing, you know. But personally, I don't see the
benefit.
I would start Trey because I think you need experience, and I think the only way to get experience is to be on the field. And I think he kind of just adds another dimension to their offense. But I mean, what it looks like is that Shanahan's going to do that, you know, 2 quarterback kind of switch. And I think they'll do it really well. I think Jimmy and Trey are both mentally built. I think Kyle's,
they support one
do
another.
well with it. You know, there's,
so it's
you
not
know what
gonna
I,
be,
you know what I miss about, you know what I miss about Harbaugh?
What?
Those games every weekend. It seemed like there was a real focused game plan. It seemed like they were heavyweight games. You know, I want to see the Niners do big stretches of like, you know, 90-10 over the last 2 games, stuff like that, because that's what the Harbaugh Niners were doing. They were just obliterating teams, and
we didn't have
you know, you
injuries
saw like the
that wiped
Steelers
out.
last year start 11-0. You know, it's a long season
And they
now.
ended
So if the Niners start 8-0, and then they lose 4 games, now they're 8-4. Now they've got to, you know, I mean, the record. You know, you just
Figure
I
this
don't know.
way.
The NFL's crazy now.
Hey, Casey, figure this way. If it's reliant on Jimmy staying on the field, and it has been the last 2 times we lost, at least Jimmy gets hurt early. So at one time, game 3 and game 2 last year, right? So if Jimmy's gonna get hurt, if he gets to week 8, I guess he's gonna be okay. You know, so we should still be able to win. Trey will, by that
Ronbo,
time will be a little more up
I'm-
to speed.
I tell you what, Ronbo, I'm a poker player. Okay, I put my money where my mouth is, Ronbo. I think Trey's starting by week 4, Ronbo.
Jimmy's already hurt. Yeah, everybody it believes that. So we'll see.
You know, and I mean, I hope Trent Williams is there by week 4. I hope George Kittle is there by week 4. I mean, this is the reality that the Niners have been facing.
Our guys, we got plenty of guys that get hurt. That's another thing. Jimmy ain't the only guy you got to worry about. That's what's so scary about this team.
They're stacked. That's the good thing. Niners are stacked, right? Like, you know, they can just plug and play, you know, Hasty and you know, here and there. I mean, they need to, but
like him. Casey, we got to go. I'll tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow. If you got time for us, I'll be looking for you.
All right, sounds good, Ronbo. Appreciate you, bud.
Thanks, fam. All right, Casey. And let's check out with Tony and see if he's not doing his ironing this time or washing the dishes. Hey, Tony.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Tony, I remember the last time you Ronbo, can you come back? Yeah, I'm in the middle of my laundry. You know, I'm never going to forget that. You know that, don't you? See, because Tony, I feel you on that because I get domestic chores handed my way too. So you know, I know what's going on. Hey, Tony.
Yes, sir.
Man, I thought about you as I'm looking at the NFL 100, And Myles Garrett is apparently not happy. Are there 15 NFL players better than Myles Garrett right now? You know, they should stop.
So.
You know what? The NFL 100 draws heat every year. How many Falcons have been already pulled and put on the 100? Have you been keeping up with that?
Calvin, I watch it. I don't take it seriously because the players voted that for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Ridley and Grady Jarrett. That's it.
Yeah.
Julio was 29. Because, see, Julio's still going to be my favorite player, Ronbo, even though he's not with the Falcons. And a lot of Falcons fans are mad at me about that. I said, well, maybe you need to grow up then because you're not mature.
Julio is going to go down, and we're talking first ballot Hall of Famer. You cannot average dang near 100 yards a game for your career and not be in a Hall of Fame. Because at that point, I asked the question, well, who's better? I mean, Jerry Rice wasn't averaging 100 yards a game, okay? So
no.
So
Yeah, he's going to tear up the league this year, I believe.
Yeah, because that quarterback, he can get the ball to him. So.
But let's see what happens, Ronbo, because it happened to us when Kyle left us. We got Sarkisian.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the next year, we made the playoffs. We beat the Rams. Then we lost to the Eagles. We should have beat them. But Matt Ryan only had 20 touchdown passes and 12 interceptions that year. Our offense kind of took a step back.
That's a low for him.
Magical 2016.
Yeah.
But our defense was 8th in the league. That's why we were that good. And the Falcons defense ain't been that high since in the 90s. So, but let's watch what happens in Tennessee with a different offensive coordinator now that Arthur Smith is our head coach with Tannehill.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Falcons with a hardcore defense. And that's something you know what? The GM should have been thinking about that. When you got Dan Quinn, that was probably part of the thinking then. Dan Quinn used to be, before he came to Atlanta, he was like a guy that you depend upon for a solid defense, like Robert Saleh over with the Jets. And being a defensive-minded coach, I'm starting to realize that doesn't necessarily translate to the entire unit because if he's going to be your head coach, he's going to also have to administer to every division on the team. So he can't give all his energies and efforts to the defense. He's got to allocate that out to a defensive coordinator.
Exactly. So, I like it. Dan Quinn's a good speaker. He's a good person, good dude and all, but it just didn't work. I mean, we had that magical year, that run. If Kyle called those pass plays on second and third down, Dan Quinn should have overrode them. Matt Ryan should have changed the play.
Thank you. I keep telling people that it was Kyle who lost that Super Bowl. Look, man, y'all need to remember one thing. Kyle was not the head coach. If that call came down through Dan Quinn's headset like it was supposed to, he was either supposed to agree with the play or override the play. Harbaugh used to do it. I mean, we had Frank would send play after play down to Harbaugh, and he would nix some. It's like a catcher with a pitcher. He would shake the sign off. Okay, I'll take this one. That's what you're supposed to do.
And you know how that momentum was in that Super Bowl. The momentum that switched. We drove all the way down there. Julio with that great catch. Run the ball, man. Kick the field goal.
Kill that time.
But I wanted to talk to you about. Did you hear about the Rams trading for Sony Michel?
Yeah, man, Sony Michel.
They don't have any draft picks left.
I'm trying to tell you, but I'm getting. Rudy, how come you not commented on that tonight, Rudy? Because I don't understand. The Rams are a win-now team. Sony Michel, would you have made that deal, though? Sony, I always wanted him, though, when he came out of Georgia, right?
Yeah, but you know what? He's the same. He's the exact same as Cam Akers. Same height, same build, same running style. Now, you may call me stupid, maybe in the old school, whatever. The Rams should have, because I guess he's going to retire. To me, the Rams should have picked up Adrian Peterson.
Ooh.
To me.
I forgot him. Is he still, Adrian's still around?
He's a puncher. He's still around, but ain't nobody picking him up. Adrian Peterson still remembered. 2000 was that 2018. He had a 1,000-yard season for Washington when that running back went down.
And running like hitting that hole like he likes to do, he's still scary. And I bet he's in great shape because man ain't never not in shape. He's probably in shape for playing right now.
Yeah, he owns the gym. So yeah. I was shocked that the Rams didn't try to get AP to go with Darrell Henderson.
Yeah, the Rams probably want somebody they can sign. Sonny Michael is he's what is he, 4th year now or something like that?
Yeah. He's a 900-yard back, Ronbo, 850, 9. That was his best year. I don't know.
Yeah, you can keep him around for a while. And maybe when the Rams run game is similar to what Kyle likes to do. So Sony he may be a 1,000-yard rusher in that offense. So it might be a good move.
But that offensive line, they lost too many people. You and I both said it.
See,
everybody hyping around. I don't see it.
I know Matt Stafford. He better get rid of that ball. That's all I know. Get rid of that ball, Matt. Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't, you go have because he's had some serious injuries too down through the years. Get ready for another one. So.
And also, Ronbo, you ain't gonna want to hear this. Perennial All-Pro Geno Atkins was fishing around in Seattle. Carlos Dunlap, his whole defensive line mate, is up there.
Yeah.
We expect Geno Atkins to sign with Seattle.
Oh, I know. I thought I saw him being signed with somebody else the other day. He didn't do it. Okay.
He didn't sign. He's just looking, and he's in Seattle now.
And they'll talk him into it. Well, he ain't.
Yep, because Carlos Dunlap is there. Yep.
Oh man. Well, Tony, thanks for that terrible news. We gotta go.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay. I was gonna find out sooner or later. I might as well find out from you. It sounds better.
Yeah.
All right.
And Don Burr's in the chat talking major crap. Again.
He never stops. That's what he does.
Yeah. So I haven't seen Raider Carlos or Larry Hoover at all tonight, Ronbo.
No, they had the good sense. They vacated. They know better than to be here until after the game. But if we lose to the Raiders for some strange reason, even though it is a preseason game, they'll be all up in here. All up in here. That's all right. You know what? I'll just keep y'all. It was a preseason game. It didn't mean nothing. But good for you. God.
Yeah.
All right, Tony. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow and the rest of the week, actually. All right?
Yes, sir. Hopefully we'll have some news tomorrow.
Hey, it always is, Tony. It's the NFL. Have a great night.
All right, talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Night, Tony. And area code 415, I think he's near Salinas or San Jose. Wait. Wait for one more.
Magnet. I am a wealth magnet. I am generous in giving. I am built for success. I am deserving.
Yes, you are.
Things good.
Mm.
I am lucky.
Yes.
I'm extremely fortunate.
Yes.
I'm grateful for life. Life gets better every single day. I'm grateful that I'm living an amazing life. I am grateful for life.
Who's playing the organ?
I'm guided in my
By what?
and success.
Yes.
I am gifted with amazing tools and abilities. I am destined for success. I am prospering in all my ways. I am thriving. I am building. I am growing.
Yes.
I am evolving. I am eager to take action on my ideas. I am strong-minded and
I think I'd like to attend one of his services. You can learn from him. Everybody doesn't appreciate themselves like that. There's an inspiration. Jada Monroe. Oh, wait, go back to 412. 412. Oh, that's it. Jada Monroe. That's Don Burr, that organ. Jada! I don't know why I'm so amused by it. It says something about me. I'm gonna stop laughing. I'm gonna stop because I know what you're thinking about me, Ronbo man. For you to be amused by that says something about you too. You know, you need to check yourself. I do get amused by bizarre things. Fam, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find that guy. He must have a service going on somewhere, and I shall see you tomorrow with more adventures of Kyle Shanahan and the media. Hopefully, somewhere there we'll talk some 49ers football. God, I love this game. Thanks for contributions tonight, fam. And I'll see you mañana. Niners!